Grateful you guys are all here with us, and we're going to get action started as soon as possible. We would just want to spend a couple of minutes to acknowledge our 4 seniors that we have here tonight. 4 men that have given everything of themselves to this program for the past several years, and we're certainly going to miss them at the conclusion of this year. So if we can just give them a hand before we get started. And with everything we do at St. Paul's, we'll begin with a prayer and a pledge, so if everyone could please stand for that. And let us remember that we are in the holy presence of God. I will continue, oh my God, to do all of my actions for the love of you. St. Paul, our patron, pray for us. St. John Baptist de La Salle, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts. I pledge allegiance. Thank you. Our first senior tonight, accompanied by his family, is Rhett Stacy. Rhett is someone who's been involved with the program for 11 years, plus his older brother, a 2-time state champion for the Wolves. Rhett has had a phenomenal career, continued to battle and make progression since his time in the Gator and Wolfpack Wrestling Club. He carries a 4.2 GPA. His goals are to attend either South Alabama or LSU, and he would like to be an anesthesiologist. Outside of wrestling, he enjoys fishing, tennis, and I know he's definitely one of the brightest guys we've had come through our program. So we're thankful for Rhett.
Yeah, I'm kind of behind, go figure. It's kind of a trend, Matt. Never prepared.
Our next family and our next senior is Cole Meir. Cole Meir is someone who's been another great long career here with our club as well as our high school team. Has been wrestling for 10 years now. I can remember all these guys from when they were little kids. He also carries a great grade point average of 4.2 and plans to be a civil engineer studying at Alabama. Outside of wrestling, he likes working out and pickleball. So we're grateful for Cole, and he's given so much to our program. Thank you. Miller Bourgeois, our next senior, along with his family, an outstanding wrestler, someone who's overcome a great deal of adversity as far as injuries and setbacks, but has persevered to this point, and we're excited for him to finish out his senior year with us. He started wrestling in the 7th grade, carries a 3.8 grade point average, and wants to go into business at LSU. Off the mat, he likes lifting weights, you can tell by his muscles, and he likes to play pickleball. So, thank you, Miller. And lastly, Jackson Peak is someone I've known since I sat right behind him as a little kid in church and was involved in our youth wrestling program, has truly put in the time over the past 10 years, carrying himself a 4.1 grade point average, still making his college decisions about where he wants to wrestle, but wants to go into physical therapy. He likes to weightlift, he likes to hunt, and he says he likes fruit snacks. So we're grateful for Jackson Peak. We're grateful for all these seniors. And at this time, I'd like to call upon team manager Matthew Seal to help me announce tonight's starting lineup. But before we do that, we'll get a quick photo with the seniors and families. Thank you. Don't be shy, come on. One more time for these seniors. We'll start tonight with some preliminary matchups. First off, for St. Paul,
Logan Lopez.
And for Teurlings Catholic,
London
Right next to me.
For St. Paul,
Justin Parkman.
For Teurlings Catholic. At 157 for St. Paul's. And for Teurlings Catholic.
Where are the...
Hey.
At 165 pounds, our last preliminary bout for St. Paul's.
You're swimming.
Huh?
It's gonna be wet out there.
And for Teurlings Catholic.
Jackson Amateur.
And starting tonight for the varsity at 106 pounds for St. Paul.
Jackson Amateur.
And for Teurlings Catholic.
What's up, Martin?
Between matches, wait for me. I see you.
At 113 pounds for St. Paul's.
Luke Jones.
What's that?
At 120 pounds for St. Paul's.
Scott Cudjoe.
And for Teurlings Catholic.
Can they hear this?
Hey, Bulldog.
At 126 pounds for St. Paul's.
Take a pen.
And for Teurlings Catholic.
Daniel Justice.
At 132 pounds for St. Paul's.
Liam
So you can wrestle
Bridges.
Kyle?
I don't know.
For
What?
Teurlings
I don't think so.
Catholic.
No, he's not.
Sebastian
What are you gonna do?
Cook.
Go to UL?
I'm gonna get my towel real quick.
At 138 pounds for St. Paul's.
Yeah, for sure. Hey,
Luke Battle.
hey, send it up.
For
Next
Teurlings
time, go
Catholic.
around. Don't, we got wires.
Ben Mandamero.
At 144 pounds for St. Paul's.
Cole Near.
And for Teurlings Catholic.
You can tell your kids.
Noah Baha.
You didn't like it, you came back home.
At 150 for St. Paul's.
Mayor Bourgeois.
And for Teurlings Catholic.
Curtis Douglas.
At 157 pounds for St. Paul's.
Alvarez Garfield.
And for Teurlings Catholic.
This is Buck.
I think the guys will come down.
At 165 pounds for St. Paul's.
We're gonna like 28.
John Martinez.
For Teurlings Catholic.
Woman Poirier.
At 175 pounds for Teurlings Catholic.
Womp womp.
Benny Simlo.
At 190 pounds for St. Paul's.
Sam Jones.
For Teurlings Catholic.
Bo LaFleur.
You wanna get that? I wanna get
At 215 pounds for St. Paul's.
Jackson Beard Pete.
And for Teurlings Catholic.
Lucas Kendrick.
And the heavyweight bout for St. Paul's.
Cage Brown.
For Teurlings Catholic.
Pike Landry.
We can get a round of applause for our manager, Matthew Steele, and all these wrestlers tonight. Officials, if there's no more hold up, let's wrestle.
All right, and welcome to the Gene Bennett Sports Complex for the Bernie Dupuis of Corsair Law pre-match. We have Brant Babineau and Braden Semino. Can't misspell it on the mic.
Nope, you can't.
How y'all always doing today?
Good, good.
We're doing.
Wish I could wrestle.
Yeah,
too.
we we're gonna have our captains shake hands here, and we're gonna have a quick exhibitions. I think we have 4 on the docket
Yeah.
for today.
I think so.
And so, guys, congratulations! You guys had an electric
Oh, yeah.
Louisiana Classic finish. I mean, was
Oh,
was
yeah.
that y'all's expectation? Was that a surprise for you guys?
It was an expectation until we got there because our starting 26, who had been kind of blowing up for us a little bit, Daniel. We didn't expect him to go out there and win or anything by any means, but we expected him to be a big scorer for us. And we found out right whenever we got there he was struggling with a really big illness.
Yeah, points would have been completely different if he would have wrestled.
Well, as you guys know, I mean, that's anything. You know, that's kind of oh, and that's kind of, you know, part of the reason why you're sitting here next to me. You know, we had Jackson Peak as well as I think Cassio both were sick for it. So, guys, how you guys' season going? How do y'all feel about it?
Feel great. Working in the room. Braden's pushing me every day, and Alex too.
So kind of what, you know, so kind of bring up a tough topic here. How much of that motivation do you think going into Classic was spurred by that, you know, what I would consider to be an upset by St. Thomas More at Dual State?
I would say a good bit of it because, I mean, they've had a real program for probably 2-3 years, I'd say, with Coach Bowman's. Before that, they always had a program with a couple of tough guys here and there, but it was never really anything crazy. And then whenever we lost to them, and not only lost to them by a good bit, it was pretty bad on our parts. We didn't expect it by any means.
Yeah, definitely. Coach took it to heart, very, very to heart.
Yeah, so we got, trying to see, I have the Teurlings. I'm not quite sure where they
Landon
put.
Stocksdale, senior.
Yeah, so I guess you guys kind of know the best. Why don't you talk a little bit about your guys' teammate?
Landon's been one of the guys who's always been there. I mean, hasn't really done too much in a sense. He was our 113 for a little bit, but the weight was just getting too much for him to make, so he just couldn't handle it. So he ended up going up, and then we had to drop someone else. But, I mean, he's always been there in the room. Never really a guy that misses practice by any means.
Yeah, and speaking about weight, man, I know you're coming down for the team, making a big splash. You know, can't really say I'm too surprised by that. But how's that weight cut been for you coming down?
I mean, it's nothing too crazy. It's about, I don't know if I should give a number, but it's not. I'm gonna say it's not too crazy.
And how about you, Brent? How about you?
Oh, I mean, whatever I want before weigh-ins.
You feel good?
I feel perfectly fine. Braden's over here losing so much weight at practice.
Oh, well, you know, Braden had to dry his head off before to put the headset on. Oh, man.
31, second period.
So, guys, obviously, what are some things that you think are going to lead to you guys bringing that Melchior trophy back to Lafayette?
Bonus points, for sure.
I think we're more of a, and I think a lot of the people in the state would agree with me on this, but I think we're more of a tournament team than we are a dual team.
Definitely.
Because we have a very solid roster all throughout, but in my opinion, I think we're better off in tournaments because we do have a lot of guys like Brant, Alex, me to an extent, that do get a good bit of bonus points. Even Brenner Romero's been stepping up for us. And those bonus points make so much of a difference in all the big tournaments.
I think me, you, and Alex scored bonus points in the Classic, right?
Yeah, I think I had bonus points in every match besides one, and I think you and Alex had bonus points in every match.
Yep.
So who are kind of some dark horses that you think are going to be on you guys' team that are going to lead to you guys, you know, again, bringing that Melchior trophy back?
Nathan, 57.
Yeah.
57. He's going in like 3 seed, I think.
Yeah, so Nathan Box, he's going to be a good one. He's kind of always going under the radar because they had that, in my opinion, a pretty iffy rule whenever we were last year. Whenever he was a freshman, he couldn't wrestle, even though he probably would have started, and in my opinion, one state. But this year, he's been beating a lot of tough guys. He started off a little bumpy, which is expected because it was his first time wrestling true varsity, but he's been doing outstanding ever since.
I think Noah Maha might get up there, too, because he had a bumpy start, and, man, he wrestled at Kinko, and he was wrestling good.
Yeah, he went from not placing at the Bruley Invitational to placing at Classic the week later. So he's just one of the guys that he'll learn and adapt very, very quick. And even our 150 and 215.
Yep.
Both sophomores, kind of the same story with Nathan. They
Crazy potential.
Probably would have started in our lineup last year, but it was just because of that rule. They didn't come from a feeder school or anything, and they couldn't. But they're going to be huge factors in our run.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you guys have, you know, I mean, look, you guys went from 2 years ago setting the scoring record, you know, to then, where'd y'all place last year? Second?
Second.
Was it? Yeah. you know, I mean, and I would say you guys coming in are going to be a pretty tough favorite. You know, would be my guess. You know, so tell me a little bit. How is it in the room with Coach Maha? I mean, he's the only guy you could hear in the gym. I mean, I feel like it was, you know, I had to tell my mother to stop talking or yelling because that's the one voice I could hear over everyone's in the room. And Maha even is that to me today. And, you know, that's a huge advantage for you guys. So tell me a little bit about that. How's Coach Maha in the room and with you guys? I mean, he's a staple in the community. You know, I mean, really the whole Maha family while we're at it. But tell me a little bit about Coach Maha.
I
He's
mean,
fun.
me and Brett both have two different experiences with him because I've been with him my whole life.
Yeah.
And then Brent grew up on the opposite side of him with the junior Spartans.
Yeah.
And I mean, me and Coach Maha are at the point where he's basically like a dad to me.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, like, anything I'm doing it at the same time he's saying it because we just think almost identical now. And he showed me old videos of him and all that where he was wrestling, and we wrestle very much alike. And then Brant, you could tell it was bumpy for him his freshman year.
Yeah.
And then, like, sophomore year, they started to click, and then now it's, like, automatic.
Oh, yeah.
But he just has that, I don't want to say it factor, but it's kind of like an it factor if you think
Right.
about it. It's like he just makes a deep connection with whoever he's really coaching.
It's fun wrestling with him. I mean,
Oh, he still got it.
He's still bags in the room.
Oh, yeah.
And tell me a little bit about Coach Mason, man.
Oh, okay. He's
That's Dad.
yeah, that's our dad. He's like the grandpa of the room. He'll yell, he'll get on us, but he won't wrestle.
He's got on us a couple times this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just
Especially
like,
after STM. It wasn't too pretty.
oh yeah, took that to heart.
But
Yeah.
now he's ever since we came back, and I think the whole team kind of had a different outlook on it because we had our typical guys that were a little iffy in the room. They wouldn't
Yeah.
work as hard. And then they saw a different side of Coach Mason that I'd only seen like once before. And we all figured we kind of had to step it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one conversation I wasn't looking forward to having in the Pontchartrain Center was we had to kind of get the awards rolling in order to get D2, and then I knew we were going to have to roll into D3. And having to come back over there and kind of peek in and try
Yeah, I
and
remember that.
try and expedite a tough conversation.
Yeah.
We'll call it that. It was something I really didn't want to do, but you know, as always, Coach Mason is just always so gracious and came out in a very timely fashion, and we were able to get out of there. I guess talking about dual state, kind of aside from what happened in your guys' final match, what'd y'all think about it?
I liked it. I mean, it was pretty cool, but one thing I could change is all the divisions.
Mhm.
I think we should all just wrestle like a big state, and everybody's invited, and we just all wrestle, and then we do pools, and then do like a gold pool and silver pool, and then the gold pool is like top in the state, and you get, I say 6 or 8 teams, top teams in the state, or grab 3 teams from each division or something like that, or 4 from each division, and we all wrestle. I mean, that's what I'm thinking of, like a Louisiana Classic duel.
Yeah, because we don't have that for state, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Classic, but then whenever teams like Gilroy and all that come, you get the people that
Yeah.
don't really want the competition, which I don't agree with in any way. I want the competition as much as we can, especially in Louisiana. We need it. So the Gilroys and all that coming down are very, very important to us. But I mean, the state duels would help so much if it was no divisions.
So I guess, you know, you wishes my command. That's actually kind of something we're looking at
Oh, really?
next year. Yeah, we're kind of kicking around some different formats, just trying to figure out from, you know, a tournament director, an administrative standpoint, you know, you always want to, I try not to guarantee anything in life, but you want to at least give, you know, teams a minimum of duels. You know, coming into a tournament, generally the consensus was to have about 4 duels is kind of what they would feel was a good weekend.
Yeah.
So now we're trying to kind of really come up with a format. Yeah, we're really trying to come up with a format that we think will
Who is it? Oh, this is Lennon.
fulfill everyone's needs. You know, but we are going to expand. We are going to go down to 1 division. Obviously, we'll have girls, which, I mean, girls was absolutely electric.
Oh, yeah.
It was so cool to have them in the building. You know, just so much fun.
Girls
I mean,
are my
seeing the
favorite to watch.
growth. Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, the growth of girls has been insane.
It's crazy. It was I don't even remember it last year at all. Like, really. I remember a little bit. Like, I remember at King Cole, it wasn't not that many,
There was like
girls.
maybe 2 girls a bracket.
Yeah, it
3
was
if you were lucky.
Like a round robin.
And then this year they were having like
full
8,
brackets, huh? Yeah.
8,
Not full brackets,
12 people in certain brackets.
Yeah.
You still had your weights here and there. Obviously, it's hard to find bigger girls, so the bigger brackets were a little smaller. But, I mean, the smaller brackets were crazy.
Yeah, so I think last I knew we had about 315 girls had signed up. I think we had about 193 last I know for Classic that we had entered the Classic, and kind of to put that into perspective, we had 180 boys in Division III last year.
Yeah.
So we had more girls in month 3 of the first season at a tournament that we had in all of Division III last year. So that growth has just been incredible, and kind of something that we've all preached and have known for many, many years is if we give them an equal opportunity, it's something that we know is going to flourish.
Oh, 100%. Isn't it like the fastest growing sport right now?
It's the fastest growing sport in America.
Oh, wow.
It is. Girls
that's
wrestling.
crazy. And who knows, eventually we might, because of that, I know I've always wanted to see a LSU wrestling. I know they used to have it, but
dude.
I would love to see that again, especially now since they have girls wrestling. They could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get 2 more sports even.
Well, and one thing that I'm really optimistic about is the fact that I think girls will be they'll be able to get their education paid for through wrestling. That's kind of why I do everything that I do. But I'm optimistic that they're going to stick around and help referee. We have such a shortage of referees, and if anyone at home is listening and is considering it, college kids, we'd certainly love to have you reach out to us or Mike Stahl, Stephen Rumney, and we'll certainly point you in the right direction of getting you taken care of, even as early as the USA Wrestling season coming up. So speaking of college wrestling, what do you guys think on that? Where y'all at on that?
I'll let Brent go first on that one.
Right, you got that.
I haven't been getting too many. I don't want to say I haven't been getting too many looks, but I haven't been getting as many looks as I would like. I mean, I've only really had one. I've had a couple D1 schools reach out and say they would come watch me, but every time they say they're going to come watch me, I always lay an egg in a sense. Like I had Iowa, Iowa State, and Maryland all say they were going to watch me at Super 32 and Junior Duels. Super 32, I didn't do too bad, but Junior Duels, it was not pretty. I was coming off of a pretty good weekend at Cadet Duels, and I went into Junior Duels thinking it wasn't going to be the best. But as of right now, I've been talking with Harvard a very good bit, and I've shown a strong liking towards them.
That's awesome. Jeez, I mean, if you can go to any Ivy League, I think what we have, Mark Panera wrestling at Penn for a little bit. I know Scott Gibbons graduated from Princeton as an engineer, but I think that is the extent of our Ivy League wrestlers that come out of Louisiana. Yeah. So, I mean, absolutely, that's something you should pursue. But, man, even, look, D1, D2, D3, JUCO, NAI, I mean, look, man, there's champions at every level, and, I feel like, and this isn't specific to you, Braden, but a lot of people get hung up on Division I, and it's not about that. Yeah. It's about getting to that next level. And look, if you have success, you could always end up in that Division I room.
Oh, especially with the transfer portal now. The transfer portal is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and so what about you?
I got good advice to get noticed. I mean, if you go to camps, especially up north, like PA. Ken Sherto, you're going to get noticed. They have college coaches coming in and out of that room, and he knows many college coaches.
Yeah, waiting on seeing if we can get old Carter over here. Yeah, I mean, look, kind of as you and I were discussing earlier, man, look, it's, an opportunity that you're only going to have, and it's going to be a short window, and, my coach, Ryan Hess, told me, because I was kind of on the fence of whether I wanted to go and wrestle that extra year or not. And it's something that, he said, look, you can do it and then come back home if you don't like it. Or you could be someone that's going to, because one day you're going to be able like me. One day, just a few years ago, I was in your position. I didn't have a mic and we didn't have cameras and all like this. It was kind of the Stone Ages for wrestling. But, you you come down and you get to do it, and you're gonna be able to tell your kids that I did it, as opposed to I could have done it. So I just for everyone listening at home as well as you, Babineau, I hope you at least consider it.
I can go places. I got my dad's getting texts from coaches. I know people too in college. Like I was gonna go on a visit, Campbell University. Mm-hmm. You know Lanareo, right?
Yeah.
He wanted me to go out there.
Keep going. Look, man, I guarantee you this. You will not regret doing it.
Yeah.
No one ever regrets trying.
My dad's heavy on it. He wants me to do it.
Everyone will regret not trying. Oh, here we go. We have Mr. Carter Maha. How you doing, bud?
Doing good.
We had to swap out the sweat machine, Braden Semino. Hopefully that headset isn't too wet for you.
It's all right.
Yep, you're all right. Carter, how's your season going, man? I know you come back in a little bit late out of football, but certainly making some waves.
It's going pretty good so far.
Man, so I know it's a little bit early, but kind of just to continue our conversation, have you given any thoughts to maybe wrestling in college?
I think it'd be cool, but I don't know if I really want to.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of work,
It is. It is a lot.
I went to a D3 practice with Averett University, Lake Rulo, and man, it was intense. I'm not gonna lie.
So, do you guys have any plans for this summer?
I want to get into MMA.
Really?
Oh yeah. One of our coaches is a jiu-jitsu coach, and he's really heavy on that. He wants me to do it.
We know. Are we going? Hold up. Wait. Pat, what weight are we starting at? That was 106. Oh, shit. All right.
Russell.
All right, gentlemen, appreciate you guys joining us.
Right.
I'm going to have Connor Campo jump in with us.
All right. Thank you.
All right, and the 113 weight class is sponsored by M1 UWW referee Casey Kirk and Premier Land Management Services LLC. Casey is providing innovative solutions for homeowners and landowners in central Louisiana to reclaim and revitalize their properties for over 20 years. Give Casey a call at 225-802-1033 or visit his website, premierlandmanagementservices.com. All right. Connor, how's it going, buddy?
Not too bad, Chad. Just happy to be here. Happy to be watching some wrestling tonight.
Yeah, sorry. So, folks at home, I wasn't aware that was a 106 match. I kind of got caught up in a conversation with our studs from Lafayette that won't be on the mat tonight.
Mm-hmm. Good scramble to start out here, going out of bounds.
All right. And why don't you go ahead and tell us who's wrestling for the Wolves?
So from St. Paul's, we have Luke Jones in the 113-pound weight class. He is a junior this year with a record of 31-9. So quite a few matches under his belt.
And it looks like we have Alex Rosas came down for 13. No real explanation needed for our number one pound-for-pound wrestler, Alex Rosas, securing a takedown, looking for his patented tilt. Is this 20?
This is 20.
Oh, all right.
This is 20, yeah.
And so we got.
So this is
Casio.
This is Casio, St. Paul's. I don't know why we just skipped 113.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I have a 113 for both of them.
Interesting.
But either way.
Yeah, I was taking a look at him. Like, that's not
beautiful.
Good scramble to a.
Rosas, great position there.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Cassio.
Yeah, Scott Cassio returning state champ at 106 last year. He's a sophomore this year with a record of 20-3.
Man, yeah, coming off of that prep slam win as a sophomore, man, that's...
Yeah, absolutely. Always a tough tournament.
Oh, and we got a high crotch there. Cassio looking for a little roll through. Rosas heavy hits.
Another roll
Look for the roll through, hips on top. Beautiful transition there by Rosas. Oh,
With
and
the
he's got a cradle.
And that's the time.
And oh, we got a little blood time here from Mr. Cassio. Man, this is
Yeah, Rosas, a real stud from what it looks like. You know, I'm coming in not having too much of that background information. Just did a little research before, though. You know, he's placing at, I think it was, what, Beast of the East, going to the Ironman this year, having some, you know, good fortune.
There is not there aren't many tournaments that he is not trying to go to. When I was speaking with Jordan Semino's dad, he asked me kind of what, you know, and talking about getting Braden, because Braden wants to wrestle at that next level, and what were some recommendations? I said, do exactly what Alex Rosas is doing. I said, if he gets a plane ticket, get that same plane ticket.
Absolutely. That's what I tell a lot of some of the younger kids I work with. It's like, you need to wrestle postseason. You need to go to every national tournament you can. Just get your hands on as many out-of-state wrestlers as you can and experience it all.
Oh. And just got a correction from Kane and Sonia. We have Ernie Perry up at Cornell. So sorry, that was a little bit prior to you coming on the mic for us.
Scott will just cut him.
Oh, just quick.
To that 2-on-1.
And for everyone back home, I guess I'll give a little bit of a background on Connor Campo, our co-host of the evening. Connor was a two-time state champ and a one-time ASICS National All-American, and then went on, continued his wrestling career up at Wartburg and Waverly, Iowa, where he was a two-time Division III All-American. Pretty stud credentials there, buddy.
Yeah, you know, could have been better, but ooh, what a roll by Rosas there.
Know where you're at, and I think that's going to be...
Yeah, that's going to be it. If Cassio can get off his back here, that should solidify the tech. And that did. Wow. Real high-level wrestling.
All right. And the 120-pound weight class is sponsored by the Notary Shop and the Lanasa family. The Notary Shop has 5 locations through the greater New Orleans area. Why wait in line at the DMV when you can be in and out at the Notary Shop? The Notary Shop is an authorized service provider to the Louisiana Office of Motor Vehicles, providing license plate, titles, registrations, driver's license renewals, and Louisiana IDs. For more information, you can visit their website, www.notaryshop.com. All right, why don't you tell us who's coming in at 26 for us?
Yeah, from St. Paul's, we got Jacob Paylett at the 126-pound class. He is a junior this year. No record to show for the season, but looks like he's trying to see what he can do, stepping into the opening lineup.
And for 126, we have Daniel Daspit, a senior, coming in with a 29-15 record. Daspit. All right. Tough on top here. And Daspit is a returning state placer and then had placed third in the 23-24 state championships.
Yeah, it looks like Jacob's a second-generation wrestler. Looks like his dad, Adam, was actually a wrestler. Looks like it runs in the family.
Yeah, it's you know, it was something I was talking about with Braden Semino's dad today. You know, it's we're finally starting to see those second and even maybe a little bit of third generation wrestlers in Louisiana. And
There we go. Tough half on top.
Oof.
Yeah. Hey, let's try and fight, but looks tight. Just adjust that chest, and that will be it.
And that pin is brought to you by the Shields family and their 3 Smoothie King locations. Visit their locations in West Esplanade and Kenner, Power and Veterans, and Clearview and Vets. And, yep, heading into the 126.
And yeah, into the 126-pound class is sponsored by Chad Ravenak and Alliance Insurance. Alliance is ready to save you money on all your insurance needs, including homeowners, flood, auto, boat, life, health, and benefits. We also have competitive commercial insurance policies for your business. If you're looking to save money on your insurance, give Chad a call at 504-914-1463 or email him at chad@ctgcentral.com.
All right, coming in for the visiting Teurlings Catholic, we have Sebastian Clare, a junior, coming in with a 22-8 record.
Yeah, and then from St. Paul's, we got Luke Baden at 138, coming in with a 13-12 record. Right away, getting on the low single, going around and covering for the takedown. Good low single, good action to start. Yeah. Yeah, in addition to that, really nice low single to start. Luke is rocking a 4.0 GPA.
Wow.
So I feel like these wrestlers are a lot smarter than they were when I was around.
They're a lot smarter than I was.
I don't think I saw a GPA of below 3.5 on these sheets.
All right. I'm going to go where we're at.
He's got that cross wrist. Yep. Going for a possible roll through tilt. Oh, just got to get that basket. Good action.
Man. Got a head-to-head tie up here.
Good straight on double leg to his back.
Yeah, we had a little bit of jockeying on some wrestlers kind of moving around a little bit on us. But either way, we're here to cover it.
Yeah, with Baden running a power half right now. A little crossface action. Don't know if that was entirely necessary, but
I kind of liked it.
Oh, there we go.
Man, tough on top.
And look, I'm telling you, I love that they have instituted these college out-of-bound rules. It really changes your overall strategy in these matches. You know, constant action on the edge. I like to see that. I always hated blowing that whistle, having to go back to center, back to center, back to center, when there's a ton of real estate left. So it's good to see.
Well, you know, and especially, you know, I'd say that the 3 biggest differences of college wrestling to me was the top, the strength of the wrestlers, and then just the size of the mats. Like, I remember walking out, what was it? I want to say we were dueling you and I mean, their mat, there was just nowhere to run. You know, and then to be able to just have that one point of contact rule, it just, man, really extends the wrestling, and to your point, it just keeps the action going, and that's what we're all here for.
Yeah, and you'll notice it separates some of those wrestlers that don't stop. Another good double leg by Baden, the 3 takedown, leading right now at 9-1. Yeah, that out of bounds will definitely shows who's being complacent, though, and looking for that reset, and it'll give that determined wrestler that much more of an edge. A little roll through action here.
So what weight did you wrestle in college, huh?
In college, I started out at 141, and then the next 3 years I was at 33. I had
that's what I thought.
Yeah, we had a really good wrestler at the 33-pound weight my freshman year. A good friend of mine, Kenny Anderson. He was a
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Kenny. Great guy, but he went on to win nationals 3 times while he was at Wartburg. He had the toughest leg ride I've ever felt.
Really?
Oh, he would scissor the body. You couldn't breathe. You're tapping out, begging for him to pin you. It was something else.
Oh, and on a single leg here.
Got to keep moving, keep circling.
It's interesting. Didn't have a whizzer there.
Cover, no.
Oh, running that far wrist.
Yep. And going for the roll through here. Badminton rack up the points with 12-2.
And so what do you think about the new three-point takedown and the exposures?
I wish that was around when I wrestled.
Oh,
good blast double right off the mat. But no, that three-point takedown, I love it because I was a neutral wrestler myself, and that's where it was my bread and butter was neutral. I wasn't that great at dominant on top, so I like to see the rule. It always, annoyed me. If you get 2 takedowns, they get 2 escapes. They need the 1, and they're completely back in the match. So I like that dynamic shift. But
wait, I think this is Liam Ritchie. We don't even have a sheet on Liam. I just looked at his face. Oh, there it is.
Oh, so yeah, we're all backwards on this. So
that's all right, no problem. I just saw his face. It's. I guess I could say I'm not used to seeing Liam in blue and gold.
Then for the folks at home, and pardon our mistake with some duplicate sheets, don't know who's who, but this is Liam Ritchie from St. Paul's scrambling right now.
Son of St. Paul's head coach Patrick Ritchie.
Yeah.
Who's one of my coaches, and his brother Preston, nephew of Preston Ritchie.
Yeah, rocking a 28-10 record for the year. No points scored there. Looks like we're staying neutral going into the third.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he won the Gulf Coast Clash this year. Battle of New Orleans, pinned his way through Battle of New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Battle of New Orleans first. Prep Slam in Atlanta, he pulled off a third-place finish, which is, very impressive. It's a tough tournament.
Yeah, St. Paul's actually got second place at the Prep Slam, and then Brother Martin came in third. And in that same weekend, Jesuit got second at Cheesehead in Wisconsin.
Oh, wow. No, I love to see that, though, Louisiana going out of state for some of these tough tournaments. Give them, that full exposure. So, we kind of know what we're doing down here.
Look, that was a great weekend for Louisiana wrestling. From a national standpoint, putting our name out there and solidifying the names of these young men. And then it was also the dual state championship that we put on over at the Pontchartrain Center. So that was pretty cool to get wrestling back. I want to say in 10 years. I want to say the last state championship in the Pontchartrain Center was 2015.
I had one when I was in high school. We had 1 year in the Pontchartrain Center. I really enjoyed that venue.
Yeah.
It was 2012. I think we Pontchartrain Center hosted it.
And we got
Liam's fighting a whizzer right here.
Claire in on a leg. Ritchie kind of
stalemate. Bring him up. Oh. Yeah, Liam Ritchie working on a major decision here with 15-3, 37 seconds left. Teurlings Catholic with the escape.
$15 of 4.
So you think they're bringing riding time to high school wrestling?
I didn't think that they would do the three-point takedown, the exposure difference.
Mm-hmm.
And it did, and and honestly, I wasn't a proponent of it. I thought it would create too much parity in the matches, and to an extent, I think it has. But ultimately, it seems like the communities really enjoyed it, and I'm coming around to it. I guess I'm just old. All right, so. And that is a win for Liam Ritchie, major decision. And for the 138-pound weight class is sponsored by Melba's Restaurant with 2 locations in New Orleans. Known for its delicious southern cuisine and warm hospitality, Melba offers a cozy and inviting atmosphere to dinners, to enjoy a meal with families and friends. For classic comfort food dishes to innovative culinary creations, the menu at Melba's is sure to satisfy any craving. Visit their website, melbas.com, or call them at 504-267-7765.
Yeah, do we have a dual forfeit for 132 there?
No, we were on 132, now we're on 138. So
I'm all backwards. All right, I'm caught up. I know what's going on here because we got Luke Baden here from St. Paul's at 138. Is a junior with a record of 13-12.
And then we have Brennan Romero, a senior, coming in with a 41-8 record.
Oh,
And
already got Baden on his back, in trouble.
Well, he's coming off of a classic win. He beat Aiden Crass of East Ascension in the finals, and I believe he won Ken Cole as well.
Okay, impressive year.
Ooh.
What are they calling here? Did he grab that head without the arm? Is that what happened?
And we have Nick Hansen on the call. Nick was a two-timer out of Jesuit. Son of Doug Hansen. He's been refereeing since Moses broke the tablets. It's I literally think he's about 40 years in. So shout out to Doug Hansen and all of his, and well, the Hansen family for all their hard work and giving back to the lovely state of Louisiana.
All right, in that wing, pretty tough. Oh. Getting the far wrist down to a half. Going to try to run that. Good, powerful wing there.
Yeah, I think I had a feeling that this match would be ending relatively quickly. Romero's just really turned it up, and honestly, I would say this, and even the boys said it on the pre-show that he was kind of one of the deciding factors in bringing that, the first Division II Louisiana Classic Championship to Teurlings High.
Which is just wildly impressive. That's good to see that across all divisions. I mean, they're jumping levels, back down here. It's good to see.
Absolutely. Look, they got, I don't even know how many kids in the top 10. They got Rosas, Semino. I know Romero was in the top 20. Babineau's in the top 10. I mean, just a really tough team. And, they actually set the scoring record 2 years ago at the state championship. So they lost to North DeSoto last year, which is Dustin Burton. But I have a feeling they'll be bringing that Melchior trophy back to Lafayette.
Yeah.
Beautiful high crotch, post high crotch.
Ooh, good double finish.
3-point takedown.
I assume he's going to work him down, go back to that bar. It seems to be working pretty well. Let's see here. I'm thinking tight waist jam, bar, grab that cross wrist, run it all up.
Got Paul Alfers on the scoreboard tonight. Paul Alfers always giving back. Oh, and
that will do it one way or the other.
Secured the tech for Brennan Romero.
Very impressive wrestling so far from Teurlings tonight. Oh, and the fall. All right. So we're going to move on to the 144-pound weight class, which is sponsored by Bay Cafe, owned by 1987 Brother Martin Wrestling 145-pound alum. Bay Cafe is the home of Monday, Wednesday, Friday steak night, $14 filet and ribeye. Also, Tuesday lobster potatoes for $15 or 2 lobster for $25 special. Visit Mark at 5036 West Esplanade Avenue, Metairie, Louisiana.
All right, and we are good to go. Heading into the 144-pound weight class, we have Noah Maha, a freshman, coming in with a 29-18 record.
And then from St. Paul's, we have Cole Meir, who is a senior, coming in with an 8-4 record. Shot right off the whistle. Oh. Good whizzer and hip toss by Meir for the takedown. Has that cross elbow, working ball and chain now. See, another smart kid from St. Paul's with a 4.2 GPA.
Wow.
These kids. Ball and chain attempt rolls through.
3-1.
Maha from Teurlings.
Yep. And Noah Maha was the first freshman to ever place for Teurlings Catholic at Classic.
Going for the hip toss. Roll through. No points yet. I think we're going to get 3 there.
No, he's got to secure it. Get behind, get control.
Get behind the arm. Nope. Meir swims out. Into a cradle.
I know where you're at.
That's a takedown by Maha. A lot of action.
Great wrestling. Great wrestling.
Love that new cylinder rule. That'll be out. Then we got Cole Meir, who's a 2-time Paris champ, 1-time runner-up.
Wait, what's the score here? Wait, was there a takedown? Why is he on bottom? What's the score? Well, then they are neutral.
Yeah, he secured the 3. We locked up the cradle.
I didn't see him making any calls.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was
Yeah,
looking
right.
at it
No,
too.
he
I'm
locked up
like,
the cradle
yeah,
right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I had it mixed up. I'm looking at the 3. I forgot that Meir got that cradle right off the whistle, or takedown right off the whistle. Good
Mat
jam.
return.
Let's see, he's working that tight waist, sagging on the arm. Let's see.
Noah
Yeah.
Maha really making the most of his, first time getting to put on that Teurlings singlet. Talking to his dad, he told him this year, he said, Dad, it's my turn. It's something that he's always wanted to do. Kind of like me, was just a gym rat, grew up in the sport, and man, is he really, really starting to show that Maha ball of fire coming out of him as a freshman.
Yeah, absolutely. Just seeing this level of wrestling so young, it's always good to see that they're stepping up early and often.
Yeah, and his brother was a freshman state champ. So, he's looking to win another one. He's up at the
Lock up a
190-pound
cradle
weight
right
class.
here. Ooh,
Oh,
slams
wow,
Meir
let's
back
go.
into that cradle. I'm surprised he kept that locked, to be honest.
2, Meir fall. Noah Maha wrestling great, but Meir's in there in every capacity.
Seems to be a common theme with these Teurlings kids running out a hard, tight waist, a lot of pressure on top, giving them a lot of opportunity here.
Oh, little shot from the outside, Meir. Looking on that front headlock. Maha's going to want to circle in here.
Oh.
Meir pushing him off. I like that. Ooh.
That's what I like to see. Pressure back in on your opponents. Just go for the headlock.
This is a great match.
A lot of action. But I love to see that by Maha, that your opponent's in on your legs. You don't just sit there. You bump them, get that pressure back into them, get them off their balance. It's kind of a dive-in shot there. Not a lot of setup. Lock that cradle again.
In here.
Just some funk toss.
Tight. Carter's going to want to, not Carter. Noah stepping over.
Just gotta sink that chest, collect yourself.
Yep, get back, go chest
Yeah.
on chest.
Oh, good arch by Meir.
Beautiful fight there for Meir. Looking for a little dump on Maha. (13-3). Moving there on top, got that far elbow tied up. Looking for a far
Another
side cradle.
Yeah.
So those long arms. Here we go. He's looking a little high there.
Yeah, he's been locking those up with little. Ooh, that's risky.
And we got short time. He secured the 2, it looks like.
Yep.
2 near fall.
And Maha really racking up the points now, going into the third.
Heading into the third period of 15-3. Noah Maha. Red going neutral.
I'm sure we'll see some more high-flying action. Every time they've been neutral, seems like someone's getting tossed. A little push and pull here.
Oh! Know where you're at.
Maha putting himself in danger here.
Meir went for a lat drop. Kind of came through some funk.
Oh my gosh. What a sequence of events here. Still running a half. Meir is on top. Just needs to settle those hips. He's a little high. This needs to settle. No.
And we're going to have the 4
Yeah.
point
Get the reversal
exposure.
by Maha.
2 point. 17-10.
What an exciting match. Gotta get the escape, create some action here.
Whoa.
Whoa. What was the whistle for? What are we doing?
Man, and what a great crowd by St. Paul's tonight. They kind of all jam-packed underneath the camera, so you don't really get to see it. But, man, they always have a pretty good crowd over here on the North Shore in Covington.
Hit a Granby. Come up, hit a Granby. Up and hit a Granby.
We have Miss Shelley Campo in the house.
Up and hit a Granby.
No, that's not her eyes. Okay, she didn't say anything.
No, I was telling her to say hi.
40. You got time. Let's go.
All right, yeah, Mir's got a little bit of time left. Hey, if you get back to neutral,
Right
it seems like someone's getting tossed every time these two guys are on their feet, so. If I'm Maha's coaches, I'm telling him, let's ease it back a little bit. Let's stay out of danger if we get back to neutral.
I'm almost 100% positive that's what Coach Mason was just telling him. Oh, nice
Got a
Grammy roll.
through. Got
Know where
the
you're at.
ankle.
Mir. Oh, in a
Oh,
tight
just putting
position.
himself to his back. Don't.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's, and that is a pin for Noah Maha. And that pin is presented by the Shields family, Smoothie Kings.
Yeah.
Visit their 3 convenient locations, West Esplanade and Kenner, Power and Vets, and Clearview and Vets. And the 150-pound weight class is sponsored by Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish is your trusted partner for roofing, construction, restoration, and waterproofing homes and offices in the greater Baton Rouge and New Orleans areas. Call Parish Construction and Roofing for a free consultation at 504-474-8119 or visit their website, parishbuilt.com.
And from St. Paul's, looks like we got Miller Bourgeois, who is a senior this year, touting an 18-9 record for the season.
And for Teurlings, we have Carter DeCulis, a sophomore.
Chad, ready?
Good heavy hand fighting to start off. Ooh.
All right.
Slide by attempts from Bourgeois to start.
Big, long, lanky Carter for Teurlings.
Yeah, a bunch of fakes happening early.
I really like that. I wish you guys could have seen Coach Grant use his steering wheel action. He was working the hips. I kind of liked it.
I love to see that.
You know, that's my redheaded cousin over there. Him and Scarpelli. This is my two redheaded St. Paul's guys.
See, I don't know if you were one of those guys that heavy in the face, heavy in the face, heavy in the face. I love that.
Yeah.
Love to see that. Until the ref puts an end to it, but it's neither here nor there. Good high crash, going to the double, elevating.
Smart return.
Very
Beautiful
good return for the
takedown.
takedown.
3.
To the tight waist chop, flatten Carter out.
Beautiful top pressure.
Love to see that. Has that cross wrist. Tempted Grammy by Carter, who steps on out.
Got a 1 point skate.
Oh, good sweep single by Carter. Pulling him back to the center. Oop, kind of falling all over himself.
Wow, great balance there.
I'm telling you.
Bourgeois. Jeez. Got somebody just cranking on his legs.
Just got to move back into Carter in that position and fight those
Punch your legs
elbows.
back.
Oh, and
Nice takedown for Carter. Wow.
good timing, too. 3 seconds on the clock. Take the 4-3 lead.
I mean, Miller had his leg in here for about 10 seconds. Great balance. So I want to talk about a little bit about your offensive, kind of what was your go-tos on the feet Campo?
Well, I was usually not on my feet. I was like the knee and hands wrestler.
I like that.
I stayed low most of the time, and it was a lot of ducks and low singles.
There you go. I like that.
I was a lazy wrestler, so it was. You try not to get into that single leg position where you have them hopping around. It was quick, low single, crack the knee down, or duck where you're already behind. As minimal effort as possible.
I mean, a lazy two-time All-American is kind of an oxymoron, but hey, it's your description, not mine.
I'll embrace it. Not that I didn't want to put in the work, but it's like that smarter, not harder kind of thing.
There you go. Efficiency.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for.
All right.
Get that bar in for Bourgeois. Looking for the cross wrist.
I'm going to tighten up that
Let's
far
see if
wrist.
Ron tries
trim
to
that
run
wing.
this. Yeah. He'd get him you got to get him a little extended to efficiently run that bar. But he's moving. Oh, gets it through. It looks tight, too.
We got 48 seconds.
He's just going to settle in.
He's going to want to look up here. Sink those hips, look up to the sky.
Yeah, tendency is just trying to check the ref and look at his shoulder blades. And there's the pin.
Wow.
Very tight bar
And
by
that
Bourgeois.
pin is brought to you by the Shields family. Shields Smoothie King family. Visit their 3 convenient locations in West Esplanade and Kenner, Power and Vets, and Clearview and Vets.
Yeah, for this 157-pound weight class, it's sponsored by Scott Fence USA. Scott Fence is a family-owned company with over 65 years of experience in the fencing industry. Visit scottfenceusa.com or call 225-752-7772 to learn how they can accommodate your fencing needs.
All right, coming into the 157-pound match. We have Nathan Box, a sophomore, coming in with an impressive 28-9 record.
Gee,
Wow.
A similar record of 31-8, we have freshman Oliver Scarpelli from St. Paul's. Very good records for such young individuals.
Yeah, we watched him wrestle over at, we called his finals match a Battle on the Bayou, Battle in New Orleans, over in Chalmette a couple weeks back, second week of January. Man, he had a just dominant performance. High pace.
Box you're talking about?
No,
Or Scarpelli. Okay.
Working on our...
It always amazes me how big some of these freshmen can get. I'm 30 years old. I still haven't broken 150, so it's...
I got big in my mid-30s.
Don't tell me that.
I was never too big.
Let's see, just got some hand fighting going on, heavy on the head. Good
Nice
re-shot,
re-shot.
far side high crotch.
Left that hand up high, but when, finished it, was working for that dump there.
Yeah.
It's great way to work from a not ideal position to using that position to your advantage.
Gets in on the high crotch, scramble out of bounds, no points.
Man, and look at Grant Hughes, because is he coaching his son right now? Is that Grant Hughes' son?
I mean, the resemblance, it's there.
No, he's a great kid. He came up and introduced himself today, and very polite and was very appreciative.
Good high crotch by Box with
dump.
the immediate dump. With the bottom leg working, he releases the bottom leg. That's what I like to see some more of, though. A lot of these kids get in on that bottom leg on a dump or a high crotch, and they let it go. They let it go pretty quick when there's some opportunity there that's just untapped. Trying to run cradle here.
And, the dump is just such a strong position. I feel like it's kind of underutilized. It's very minimal exposure there from yourself from a defensive standpoint.
Hard cradle ride here.
My teammate at Stillwater High, he was a 3-time Oklahoma State champ, 4-time finalist, and Dapper Dan champ. Dapper Dan OW, he was a Fargo champ. He had a dump, and it was just nasty. Lance Thompson, man.
You know, it's not as common as you'd expect.
Right.
To have that move is like your bread and butter. Because even in college,
Right.
you know, Wartburg, I had maybe one or two teammates that did it consistently, but it was
they
never
were
a
really-
go-to.
they
Yeah,
were
they were
really good
dirty
at
at it, but yeah.
Beautiful mat return there by Nathan,
Yeah.
Nathan Box.
It was a good ride out. Finished that first period. Here we get Scarpelli finishing, it looks like second in Trey Collada this season. It's always an enjoyable but very tough tournament with that format that they do with round robin on day one and then into a seeded bracket on day two.
Yeah, it was a great tournament this year. Had a lot of out-of-state teams come in. It's one of the premier tournaments of Louisiana, and you know I'm sure it's only going to get better with Coach Nick Shields at the helm.
Love to see it. You know, I always appreciated it because you'd get, an out-of-state kid that's coming in that's a stud, and then they somehow, some way, always end up against one of the better kids in Louisiana, and it's just always an exciting match.
All right, 3-0 for Box. The only takedown of the match.
Good sprawl by Scarpelli. Back to some hand fight.
Looks like
you can see it. They're getting jumpy with it. Who's gonna throw? Who's gonna throw?
beautiful sweep. Little windshield wiper sweep there.
Keep moving in that position. Let's see if he keeps circling. Got the leg
Secure
hook.
the leg. Gonna want to
Go
pressure
for that
down.
Spladle.
Oh, Spladle.
Spladle. No.
Oh, wow.
Breaks free. It looks like Scarpelli needs to get that bottom shoulder out. There we go. That'll secure the takedown. Got that cross wrist ride. Just need to see some forward pressure. Just don't hang on that. Otherwise, Box is going to do exactly what he just did.
Looking for a reset. Reset. You got to get the. Oh. He brought his legs back out.
Let's see. Either guy just needs to elevate here. He just needs to get high. Oh, Scarpelli with the continued ride. Looks like he'll finish the period. That's big to go into the third with a 3-3 match.
Get Box with choice. Gonna go down. Reina looking to score a 1-point lead.
Yeah, I think it'd be wise for Oliver to maybe cut him a little early here if you're not going for that turn. A little caution start. But, unless you're fully committing to this 2-minute ride, I would want as much time as possible on my feet.
Yeah, having that three-point takedown is just such a game changer. To your point, look, I'm going to ride you briefly.
Yes,
Oof.
but then I get caught up in a position like this, and you're going to eat up a bunch of time.
Switch.
Whoever's high wins.
There we go. Now we cut him. I see Campo.
Yeah, it looks like he's committing to the ride. I can't say I would have done the same, but if he's confident in it, it's just some lack of forward pressure. Get that knee in the butt, get him break it down over top of his wrist. That's what you want to be seeing right here. Don't just give him the opportunity to get up, but looks like he's putting some weight on him.
Man, this is gonna be crazy if he rides him out.
That's what I'm thinking.
But the problem is here, you give up that one, now you got to push the pace. But hey, look. It
looks like it's wearing on Box, though. He's head on the mat. He's looking a little tired. And then, great roll through by Box to Oliver's back, getting the swipes. That's going to be a 7-point reversal right there. Or, no, it'd be a 6. Yeah.
Oof, wow.
Look at that swing. Only 15 seconds left after that move by Box.
So it should be 9-3. Either way, it's still not going to be a major decision.
No.
Let's see.
Yeah, that was a 6-point reversal.
Right.
So. All right, well, great victory by Box, but now we're going to move on to the 165-pound weight class, which is sponsored by Midwest Solar Installers. They are dedicated to providing top-quality solar energy while supporting communities across the country. We're proud to champion the Louisiana wrestling community, recognizing the hard work, discipline, and resilience it fosters in its athletes. And that is Midwest Solar Installers.
All right, and coming into the 165-pound weight class, we have Roman Portier, a sophomore coming in with a 4-9 record.
And from St. Paul's, we have John Martinez in the 165 class with a 17-3 record on the year.
Man, what an incredible story about John Martinez here. Had to
fight for his ability to be on the mat tonight.
And look, man, level heads prevailed. The right thing happened. And but I can tell you one thing, man. Look, we called his match last year. It was the first dual meet of the year, and he looked a little bit more like me that day, and now he looks a little bit more like you. He's in shape. He looks great. I'm happy to see it, man.
Yeah, it's good to see. I'd like to see the aggressiveness right off the whistle, trying to jack up Portier, or is it Portier?
I would say Portier.
Lafayette,
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, going for those double unders. Trying to get some elevation here. Let's see where he goes with this. Just that cross step. Nope, not there. Portier steps back. Going for that front head. Ooh, just dropped his body on that snap to the throw by.
Ooh,
Looks like
that.
he might have collided head. Look at this action.
Love that.
Great
Aggressiveness.
action.
Man, John is really stepping into his own, and man, look, this junior's, has made a huge jump from last year. Now, granted, it was the first duel of the year, but man, is he really wrestling tough.
I actually got on the mat with him like 3 weeks ago because I was wrestling some of the younger kids in the St. Paul's wrestling room, and they're like, "Oh, try to wrestle John." I was like, "Okay, guys, I'll give it a shot." My lungs burned for like 2 hours after that. I was dying. He is so strong. He's like deceivingly strong.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
2-on-1 trying to throw it by. Just gonna go right back to that over/under.
Got one guy making all the attempts.
We got some All-First commentary in the background.
All-First. And the Cowboy.
Back. And the pin by John Martinez.
And that pin is brought to you by the Shields Smoothie King. Visit their 3 convenient locations on West Esplanade in Kenner, Power and Vets, and Clearview and Vets. Thank you again to the Shields family. And that brings us to the 175-pound weight class. It's sponsored by Amplified Realty Group. Amplified is a real estate brokerage located in Metairie, but also services areas such as the West Bank, Baton Rouge, and North Shore. Whether buying or selling your home or commercial property, give us a call if you're a licensed realtor or want more information, and ask to join our agent roster. Reach out online via Facebook or Instagram, or call 504-302-7706. So we're going to run into the 190.
Yeah, because that fourth, we're going to go right into 190, which is sponsored by Mandy Simino, CPA with Arcement Red Gardner Benoit, LLC. For over 35 years, ARGB has been providing quality tax and accounting services to more in-depth services such as audits, financial statements, and financial planning. Visit their website at argb.cpa or give her a call at 337-984-7010 to learn how they can accommodate all your tax and accounting needs. And we'll transition right into that takedown from St. Paul's Sam Jones in the 190-pound class. He's a sophomore this year with a 21-14 record. Running a power half right away, getting the turn.
Wow.
sitting back on it. Just a good adjustments, chest to chest, really sinking that half, looking tight, could be the end. And that'll do it.
And again, that pin is brought to you by the Shields. Nicholas Shields received that Shields, Smoothie King family, and Jason Shields, and Mr. Steve Shields. Visit one of their 3 convenient locations, West Esplanade and Kenner, Power and Vets, and Clearview and Vets. And this brings us to the 215-pound weight class, sponsored by Lamarck Automotive Complex in Kenner. Lamarck Ford is the #1 Ford dealer in the Metro New Orleans market. There must be a reason. Visit their website, lamarck.com, or call them at 504-443-2500.
Yeah, so going to this 215-pound bout, we have returning state champ Jackson Peak, who is rocking a 21-2 record for the season, first in the state last year and 4th the year before. Going with a snap down to an instant cradle. Let's see if he goes behind the legs. He does. Starts to jack it to the top, and that should about do it.
Wow. All right.
What a specimen that young man is.
A dominant win by Jackson Peak. 26-second pin that is brought to you by the Shields Smoothie King family. Visit one of their 3 convenient locations, West Esplanade and Kenner, Power and Vets, and Clearview and Vets.
What a dual meet this has become, too. You know, Teurlings Catholic coming out with a dominant early lead. And now we'll just go ahead and jump right into the final sponsor of tonight's 285-pound weight class, which is Stan Coatman Law Firm. Stan has been recovering commercial and consumer debt for more than 25 years. For a free consultation, call 504-456-1491 or visit www.coatmanlaw.com.
Cotman Law.
Cotman
Stan
Law.
Cotman. You got
Excuse
it.
me.
Should have giving you a little bit of heads up on that one.
I mean, but like I was saying, what a dual meet this has become. Coming down to potentially the last match of the night with 34-38, Teurlings
34 to
Catholic.
38. With Teurlings at the helm. Coming in, we have Pike Landry, a senior, with a, 31-15 record. Returning state champ at 190 pounds.
Wow. And then on the other side, we have Gage Brown of St. Paul's, who is a junior this year with a 17-6 record. So far, his performances are 7th at Tre Colada and 5th at the Classic.
That is a big boy.
Absolutely.
He came up to me and called me sir earlier, and I felt like I should call him sir.
Yeah, so, I mean, what a dual meet this has been, though.
Oh, I knew that this was going to be a good one, especially getting their lineups before, knowing that they were running their ones. I mean, they were coming in, and both teams wanted to win.
With the
Watch your hands.
takedown. I don't think they're going to give him anything yet.
Oh, wow.
Got that low leg. Oh. Landry looking for the fall.
Wow.
And that'll do it. Pike Landry with the fall.
Wow. What a great. All right. And Connor, so that's it. We have an exhibition here. This is an exhibition. The dual meet's over. It's an exhibition. So Connor, how'd you like being on the mic tonight?
Well, this wasn't as bad as I thought. You know, I don't really do much public speaking but it ain't that bad. You're pretty easy to talk to. You're not that weird.
No, man, you did great. We really appreciate you coming out and, giving back to the sport, man. This is what it's all about. And,
of course.
When I asked Steeler who would be good, you said, you were the first name he said, and, man, you couldn't have proven him any more correct.
Well,
and,
I'll thank Thielen for the opportunity next time I see him.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, that brings us to the end of the Teurlings Catholic St. Paul's dual meet, with Teurlings winning over the St. Paul's Wolves 44-34. Outstanding dual meet. Probably have, Alex Rosas with an impressive impressive win over Scott Cassio.
Yeah, and,
and
Scott Cassio's not no slump. For him to go out there and tech him in the, second period, was that it?
Right.
It's an impressive showing. He's a very dominant force in the state.
No, man, it was a great dual meet. We had a lot of new faces. We had Noah Maha come out, Pike Landry obviously securing the win for them. Let's see if we can get. But yeah, man, it was a great tournament. I mean, great dual meet. And next year, look, I definitely want to get you on whenever we come back over to the North Shore, over to Covington. Would love to have you join us. And
you have my number now.
Absolutely. Well, boys and girls at home and parents, family members, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Crescent City Wrestling. And we will be live next week for the De La Salle at Rummel dual meet. So tune in next Wednesday, and look forward to seeing you there. Thank you, and have a good night.